So, a little bit of grammar. I know everybody loves grammar. Yeah, Lisa? So,
Love.
this time, yeah. What did she tell you? Yeah.
She told me
This
that
morning? Okay.
She told me that she loves Dominican Republic.
She told you that she loved the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saki, what did your mom say, tell you about Canada?
She said food is good.
She said the food is good?
Yeah, because like in America, the food is very hot.
Fattening?
Yeah.
That's why the food is good. Anyway. Okay. So, the point is, when I ask you like, what did she say? We have two ways to respond to this. Two ways. We can say she said. She said. Or she told me. She told me. Can you say she told me go to hell?
She told me to go to hell.
She told me to go to hell. To go to hell. Okay, do I need quotations here? The second sentence?
No.
No? I don't need quotations. Why not?
Because direct of
Perfect.
wow.
So we have direct speech. Direct speech versus indirect speech. So this is direct. Same words, same sentence. This is indirect. They also call indirect speech reported speech. Reported speech. Yeah? Now, this one is easy. There are a couple of tricks only, and it's basically very easy. But now, I saw Michelle.
Michelle is her favorite.
I saw Michelle yesterday. She said, quote, I saw, no. I went out with Tom yesterday.
Really?
Now, this is direct, right? Because it's the same quote. That's exactly what you said. Now, I want you to change it to indirect. So I saw Michelle yesterday. She said, can I say she told? Can I say she told?
She told me that. Or she told us that.
Okay.
But you want me to say it like with told or with told?
Said.
Okay.
Just are you thinking about it? Are you getting any more? I saw Michelle yesterday. She said
She said that she went out with Tom yesterday.
yesterday,
Yes.
but this is yesterday I saw her. She told me that it was also the yesterday.
Oh.
It's yesterday's yesterday.
Yeah.
The day before yesterday,
Uh-huh.
2 days ago.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm following up. As everybody is,
She said that she went out with Tom.
you said it once. And it didn't change.
Yeah, because I didn't say yesterday. I don't know.
Okay,
No,
should I?
yesterday is fine.
Okay, yesterday's right.
Yeah.
Lisa.
I saw Michelle yesterday.
Uh-huh.
She
But
said
Michelle
that-
didn't see me. She was posing so great next to you.
Yes, she said that. I meant to out with Tom yesterday.
Jesse.
She told me she had went out with Tom.
Oh my god, the one person who's getting the tense almost right says had went.
Had gone.
Had gone. Had gone. Had gone. Why?
Ah, yeah.
I saw Michelle yesterday. She said she had gone. I don't need to comment anymore. She said she had gone out. Not slept with, had gone out with
Yeah.
Tom. Can I say yesterday?
No.
2 days ago.
The day before.
Yesterday.
The day.
Oh yeah,
the
I have a
day
paper
before.
that says all
Or the day before yesterday.
the day before.
Yeah. So basically, see what happened? If it's in the past, because I saw her yesterday, she said she had gone. Remember in tenses, the past perfect, where was past perfect? Always before something in the past. So, past perfect, the difference between past perfect and simple past was the past perfect was always before something else, some other time in the past or something in the past. She said she had gone out with Tom the day before. She said the sentence was. So some things change, including the tense of the verb. If you're using direct quote, it's easy because direct quote, you're using exactly the same sentence. Now, I saw Michelle yesterday, and she said something else. I have never eaten or had sushi. Sushi?
That's probably true.
All my life. So, I saw Michelle yesterday. She said, Lisa,
Yes.
can you complete the sentence?
She said she has
never eaten.
Yes, had never eaten. Beautiful. So had never, she said she had never eaten sushi all my life,
Her life.
her life,
whole life.
all her life. So, yeah. She said, I will call you tomorrow. Oh. I would call you tomorrow. I will call you tomorrow. She said, I will call you tomorrow, but she hasn't called yet. I will call you tomorrow. So right now, do you have?
She said she will called with the ed.
Will? Can I say will called?
No.
I can never say will called because will, the verb would be completely without. It would be root. Will go, will come, will see. Saki knows this one. Hmm?
What? She say would.
Oh,
Oh, would.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
right, and I
Oh
just
my
didn't
god,
get it because
you
it said
said
would.
would.
Say it
But
again.
I thought she said would.
She would.
Say it. Would no.
Would.
Wouldn't.
She would.
Sorry.
Would.
Would. Window would.
Would.
Window
Would. Window would.
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 She said she would. She said
Oh my god, you're
she
so
would call
smart.
me. Tomorrow becomes
The day after tomorrow.
today.
Oh.
It was yesterday.
Ah! Oh my god, I have problems with this.
Yeah. She said she'd call me today, but she hasn't called yet. So now, I just wanted to say that, all right, some verbs change. Now I want to show like how all the verbs change, right? Just, this is after we studied the tenses, actually. We have studied the tenses, and I've asked the new people to actually have a look at the tenses if they can, whenever they can. We have 12 tenses, so the 12 tenses change. Right? In certain ways. Some tenses change and some tenses don't change. If I say she said, last night I went to a restaurant. This was last night. Last night I went to marché. It's a restaurant. Let's say marché. I just don't know how to write it. The food was terrible. I had never eaten such terrible food. Horrible. For example, food. Now let's say pizza or something. Before. Okay. So she said, I'm blocking it? Yeah. Jesse.
I don't know how we changed it last night.
Forget about last night.
Okay, I have gone to Monsieur.
Most of the time you should think about the meaning and just say something. She said she went
Okay.
because it was the night before. Last night. Last night. Let's put last night there. But last night here should be able to do it. She said, I went to marché last night. Well, last night I went to marché. So she said, she. Can I say she said she went to marché last night?
She had
Had gone.
She had gone.
She said she had gone to marché when? Last night? No, it was the night before last night. So the night before. Say the night before. So, yeah, the night before, last night. So the night before last night, the night before yesterday, the night before, 2 nights ago, 2 nights ago. Or we say, we usually find a date for it, like Tuesday night. She said she had gone to a restaurant on Tuesday night. For today's Thursday. I talked to her yesterday, which was Wednesday. So she had gone to the restaurant Tuesday night, right? So she said she had gone to a restaurant Tuesday night. Well, she said the food,
Had been terrible.
yeah, but in conversation now we say was terrible. And that she,
Had never eaten.
yeah, had never eaten. Why? Because if it's past perfect, we cannot change past perfect to another tense. So usually the verbs in reported speech, the verbs move back 1 tense. But past perfect is past perfect. We don't have past perfect. We don't have had never done something. So you don't change it. If it's future, I will see you tomorrow. She said she,
She's going.
if it's in the past. So she said she would. Will becomes would. Yeah? Will becomes would in the past. If it's she said, she would. I will see you becomes she would see. So she said she would see me. I will be doing something, I would be doing something. She would be doing something. I will have done something, she would have done something. Will becomes would. Is it difficult? Will changes to would. This is in the past. Past. I saw her yesterday, she said, I'm going to Hawaii next week. She said, quote, I'm going to Hawaii next week. So she said she was going to Hawaii. Yeah? So am is are, goes 1 tense back, was or were. Not hard. Look, yesterday she talked to me. She said, hey, look, I'm going to Hawaii next week. Will you come? So she said she was going to Hawaii next week. But that's grammar. But in conversation, now if it's still next week and it's not finished, look, I saw her last night. If it was like last night, I saw her like, I saw you, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. You said you were going out with Michelle last night. And today I'm talking about yesterday. So both events are in the past. So last night I saw Kay, yesterday evening. She said she was going out with Michelle, correct?
Yeah, going with her.
She said she was going out with Michelle last night. I wonder if they did go out. I wonder if they went out. Now, she told me last week that tomorrow night, look, today's morning, last night, she said tomorrow night, it's not there yet. That's tonight. She said, I'm going out with Michelle tomorrow night. Do you understand the difference? I need your attention. I know it's about 3 and it's a little bit tough. Jesse, are you following this? So last night, I talked to Kay. Kay said she was going out with Michelle last night. Fine, because it was last night, and now it's after that, it's tomorrow. Now, last night I talked to Kay, and she said she was going out with Michelle tonight.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. She said now, because it's not there yet. It's tonight. She said she's going out with Michelle tonight. I can say two ways. I can say she said she was going out with Michelle tonight, or she said she is going because it's still not coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also about the future, like next week. Now, Lisa says, next week I'm going to Whistler. And I don't care if she's going to end up whatever. And the Bears are, I've told her everything. She knows all about it. But she still says, no, I'm going to Whistler. Okay. She says in like next year, she's going to Whistler, which is after January. So yesterday, I talked to Darby. Lisa says, if I want to speak like this, Lisa says, because I'm not saying like last night and stuff, Lisa says she's going to Whistler. That's one thing. But last night, Lisa told me, she called me 1 a.m., and she said she was going to Whistler, or she's going to Whistler.
Is going to Whistler.
If we're talking grammar, we should say she was going to Whistler. But in conversation, because she hasn't gone and it's not over yet, she said she's going to Whistler. So even grammar books are catching up with conversational English. Because in conversation, most people don't say she said she was going to Whistler next year. She said she's going to Whistler. But if it was last night, she called me and she said she was leaving. It means she was leaving last night. Okay? Now, in grammar books, there is a difference between grammar, and actually in conversation. People use these things in conversation, but use it conversationally. I want you to learn it conversationally. Because you've already learned grammar in your countries. Now, what I want you to learn, like when you focus on grammar, is grammar for use in actually spoken English, right? So I talked to Darby, he said you can't stay here anymore. Or he said you have 2 more weeks to graduate. This is direct or indirect. I talked to Darby yesterday. He said you have 2 more weeks to graduate.
Direct.
He said you have, it's his exact sentence. Darby says, sweet, you have 2 more weeks to graduate. So this is his exact sentence, right? So I talked to Darby. He told me in grammar books, he told me I had 2 more weeks to graduate. But it's 2 more weeks, it's still 2 more weeks. So in conversation, he told me I have 2 more weeks to graduate. Or before I graduate. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah.
So according to old grammar books, if you go back to your books in Japan and the Dominican Republic, your school books, your English books at school would tell you that you should say, Darby said I had 2 more weeks to graduate. But in conversation, because it's in the future, we say, he said I have 2 more weeks. Now, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
So, some things also change. Some things also change. For example, dates also change. For example, I would say yesterday would become what? The day before. Tomorrow, the day after. Yesterday, the day before. Last night, the night before. Yes? So last night, now the night before. Yesterday, the day before. Last night, the night before. Tomorrow, the day after.
You don't need the day before yesterday?
No, we can say the night before, the day before.
Oh, okay.
He said it, seeing him the day before. It means the day before he said it. Well, you say this the day before yesterday in conversation, you use it because sometimes you want to say like the day before yesterday means like, because right now we're talking. Lydia, come in. Leaving? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. You can wait for you can be here for like a couple minutes. You're welcome.
Oh my God,
I taught him.
you're mean.
No, I'm not mean.
Yeah,
I did
you
let
are.
him run away. So, look, and some things also changed. Like he said, could you please stay? If I want to change that, he said, could you do something? He said, could you please? Instead, he said, could you please, if I want to make it indirect, I will use a different verb. I said, Lydia, could you stay for 2 more minutes?
You can change it for can.
I can use, I asked him to stay. I asked him to stay. So, Ray said, Lydia, could you stay 2 more minutes? Ray asked me to stay. Or Ray asked if I could stay. So 2 ways. Ray asked me to stay. Or Ray asked if I could stay. Is it confusing?
And I'm sleeping.
Yeah, it's about the time. No, I'll leave this here. This was an opener into this. It doesn't mean it's finished. We just now know the difference. We'll have a quick look at the grammar of this and with some sentences, and then we will understand this. But if you look at it from the viewpoint of spoken English, if you think about it, then it's not really that hard. So, whenever somebody requests something, you can use ask. Hey, could you please give me that pen? He asked me to give him the pen. Or he asked if I could give him the pen. 2 structures. He asked me, could you please pass the salt? He asked me to pass the salt. Or he asked if I could pass the salt. Okay? Alright. A little? Yeah, a little.
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, it's the wrong time for this.
Mm-hmm.
Right after 5 hours, it's the wrong time for this. So, you asked for it. Now both would have been hard. Reading and grammar both would have been hard. I just want you to have something in your head that reported speech, which is direct speech, indirect speech. Direct speech is easy because you say exactly the sentence the person said. Get the hell out of here.
He said, get the hell.
He said, get the hell out of here. Okay, change it. He told me to get the hell out. Here, no, because here is no longer here. Here becomes there. Yeah? Here becomes there. But you don't have to memorize rules. Yeah? Yesterday I went to his office. I went to Didi's office. He was pissed. He told me get the hell out of here. So yesterday I went to Didi's office. He told me to get the hell out of here. No, I'm here now. I'm here. I went to Didi's office. He was pissed. He told me to get the hell out of here. Can I say here?
There.
There. But I don't even say there. His office. So this is like spoken English. That's why I'm telling you. Do not learn grammar, because grammar sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Use grammar for speaking. Think about it. A little grammar helps to know, like, he told me to get the hell out of his office. He kicked me out of his office. He told me to get out of his office. Get out of there? No. So grammar books would tell you like here becomes there, not necessarily. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so let's keep it here.
Look what I was watching.
Yeah, right now? Okay, that's
No, right now, no, but that was the first thing.
okay. Guys, one. Yeah.